कभी अपने आप ऑटोमेटिकली आता है, कभी दिखा के आता है. ओम जन्माद्यस्य तोन्वयादितरतः चार्थेषु विघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. In the Bhagavata Mahapurana, in the 8th chapter of the 2nd canto, we read Parikshit's so many questions to Shuka. But here we find Brahma replying to Narada. Because we know the story connection that Shuka is telling only that which he has heard from Vyasa, and Vyasa is telling only that which he has heard from Narada, and Narada was telling that Brahma told me like this. So, same Brahma-Narada Samvad is now being reported by Brahma himself. So that is the connection. Previous also was Brahma-Narada Samvad, though questions were put in Parikshit's mouth. 7th chapter was Brahma-Narada Samvad. In 8, questions were put in Parikshit's mouth. Now reply we are getting from Brahma again. Same, Narada would tell Vyasa, and Vyasa would repeat to Shuka, and Shuka would tell Parikshit. This is the connection. So now we are coming across the questions, answers to the questions, being directly from Brahma's mouth. So we read the first shloka. Atma mayam rite rajan parasya anoha atmanah na ghatet artha sambandha swapna drishtir eva anjasa. This is in reply to how Atma gets connected with body. That was a question. One of the questions asked by Parikshit was, how does Atma get connected with body? It is in reply to that question that this answer is coming. That parasya, that is beyond. Anubhava Atmana. So Atman is of the nature of experience. Atman is Chetan, that is the meaning. Atman is pure consciousness. So here it is said, that which is beyond and that which is only of the type of experience means that which is only consciousness, and beyond its connection. Atmana, parasya anubhava atmana. So Atma, which is of the nature of experience and beyond, that Atma's connection, artha sambandha, any connection, nagatit, cannot happen. Atma mayam rite. Now meaning of Atma is different in different words. Atmana, that is self of the Jiva. And Atma Maya is God's Maya. Atma is taken as real nature, and real nature is always God. So, Maya is not Jiva's Maya. Maya Shakti is God's Maya Shakti. So, Rute means without. Without God's Maya Shakti, Jivatma's sambandha with his own body could not have happened without Bhagwan's Maya Shakti. So meaning is that Jiva is not actually connected with his body. Question is how Jiva is connected with body. Answer is Jiva appears to be connected with the body because of God's Maya. Jiva is Anubhav. Jiva is only consciousness. So consciousness can never get connected with matter, jada body. But it appears to be connected because God's Maya works like that. So in practical life, we take it as connection. So Jiva's connection with body could not have happened without God's Maya. Example, Swapna Drashtu River. We see dream and we see some objects in the dream. And how they are connected? Because there is a subject in the dream. Dream, we get experience of some subject dealing with objects. Because there is a subject, so the object's real. Otherwise, if subject could not have been there, objects also could not have been there. So, because subject is there, sapna drishta, so like him. Like him means sapna drishta, seeing objects which are simultaneously created. Simultaneously in dream, subject and object are created. If subject could not be created, object also could not have been created. So they are connected together. If the subject would not have been there, objects could not have been there. So objects appear in dream. We are thinking why the objects appear, why they are real. Because there is a sapna drashta. So because there is a sapna drashta, so objects appear real. Anjasa. Anjasa means clear, real. Anjasa means clear. So objects appear very clear because there is a subject. So without God's Maya, the connection with body which appears very real, clear, could not have happened without Maya Shakti. It is similar to dream where objects appear clear, real, because there is a subject to perceive them. This is called Maya. The subject-object together is called Maya. In God's nature, there is neither subject nor object. It is one without a second. Same is Jiva, because Jiva is only consciousness. And yet, there appears a connection with the material body because God's Maya is like that. So now, language and meaning will be of a high level, not as simple as the questions appear to be, because the answers are not like that. Questions appear how Jiva connects with body. But that can be explained from a very high standpoint. First, you must understand what is Jiva. Jiva is only consciousness. And to get connected with Body which is material, not possible. But without God's Maya, it is not possible. So God's Maya consists of splitting the whole reality into subject and object. So in this way, the Vedantic idea is there that wherever you see subject and object, you understand that is play of Maya. Beyond subject and object break is God, even the real nature of Jiva. It is beyond Maya, but it appears connected with body. It appears to undergo a subject-object relation only because of God's Maya. Otherwise, it could not have happened. See what happens in the dream. Dream, there is neither subject nor object, but because appearance of a subject is there, so appearance of object also is there. Otherwise, sleeping person's mind is only one. From that one mind, both the object and subject are created. So God creates from himself subject called Jiva, object called body, and gets them connected by our Maya Shakti. This was the answer for that question of Jiva, how it gets connected with body. Now, further explanation of that connection, in what way it gets connected. Bahurupa iva abhati mayaya bahurupaya ramamano guneshu asya mamaham iti manyate. Asya means Maya's guneshu, sattvarajatama guneshu, ramamano, that self becomes attached to, takes pleasure in, stays with Maya's guna. In that condition, Maya is of many forms, and so it shows many objects. Question was how it gets connected with body. Now body has many parts. So man getting connected, man is without parts. It's getting connected with body which has many parts is due to God's Maya being of many forms as combination of Sattva Rajatama. And because man gets attached to those Sattva Rajatama, that this thing happens. What happens? Mama, hum. I and my. So I and my are Maya. Beyond I and my is the real truth. This is what Thakur repeatedly is telling. I and my are Maya. So man gets connected with body means I am Jiva, body is mine. I am Jiva, body is mine. So this connection, even I belongs to that body many times. So I and my subject and object are created because Jiva gets attached to, finds pleasure in the trigunas of God's Maya, and Maya takes so many forms. And so Jiva gets various parts of the body and also so many types of objects in the world which he sees through the body. Main attachment of man is on his own body and mind. Because of his attachment on body, whoever is connected with the body and enjoyment of the body, he gets attached to them. Because my body, so that my body, then my wife, my children, my this. my property, my world. So everything, because of his only attachment of man is on I and mine. His own body, his own mind. So objects in the world, he feels attached only because of the pleasure of the body. Body becomes, he himself through the body finds pleasure in those objects. Gone, he becomes attached. So because of his identification with the body, he gets attached to the world. Because of his attachment to his mind, he gets attached to friends, relations, his likings, dislikings. That is all due to attachment of his mind. So man's basic attachment is to the Trigunatmaka body and mind, which is produced by Maya. So God's Maya makes Jiva attached, was told in the previous shloka. How he gets attached, that description is in this shloka. That he feels I and mine. About body, mind, both. Sometimes I, sometimes mine. And this I and mine is attached to. And because he is attached to body and mind as I or as my, he gets attached to the whole world. So this is how Maya in various forms works upon a jiva. You go to the other side, this is not real, this is Maya. But bhaktas accept the world also because created by God's Maya. Thakur has said, Jnani does not accept the world as real. Bhakta accepts the world as real because created by God. He takes the world as God's creation. So God's creation, God is real, the creation also is real, like that. So all this is Vedanta put in a palatable form to jivas. So that is the description. Bahurupa iva abhati, appears as if he has taken many forms or he is identified with body with parts. Bahurupaya maya, because Maya itself is of many forms. And because he finds pleasure, he is attached to gunas of Maya. So he becomes attached to Maya of various forms in the form of I and mine. He manyate. He supposes, he thinks, he feels that I and mine, meaning it is not real. So if one can go beyond I and my, one will get to the reality. Till then it is God's Maya in various forms, plus man's attachment, man's finding pleasure in body and mind as I and my. So Maya, many forms, plus Jiva's attachment, Jiva's finding pleasure. That is how the sansara goes on. In Gita it is said, due to attachment to gunas, he gets another birth, and in that birth also he retains that attachment to those very objects which he was attached previously. Now, what is the solution to this problem? These are not asked only as philosophy. They have been asked because they are connected with our life. So there has to be a solution to this problem of Jiva getting attached and again being born and again getting attached. So, Atma Tattva Vishuddhartham, no, 3. Here he vav mahimni sve parasmin kalamayayo rameta gata sammoha tyaktva udaste tadobhayam. Kala here is Purusha. And Maya is Prakriti. God's Maya Shakti. Kala Maya Yo Dvivachan. That means Kala is the controller time, which is Purusha. God's Purusha. Parasmin Kala Mayayo means Kala Mayayo Ho Parasmin. That is the Bhagavata style. Beyond Purusha Prakriti, beyond Purusha and Maya, beyond Purusha and Maya, here he, if Swemahimni Rameta, if he would have found pleasure or become attached to his own glory, which is beyond Purusha and Prakriti.
Parasmin is beyond.
Parasmin means Saptami Anna Parasmin. So in the state going beyond. Para is beyond. Parasmin means in beyond. So by going beyond Purusha and Prakriti, if he had become Rameta, Swemahimni, Vava is like Eva. Because of that only. Because of that only. Here he, if he would have found pleasure in something beyond Purusha and Prakriti, so that is Vav. Surely, Rameta, if he had found pleasure, become attached to something beyond Purusha and Prakriti, then tada gata sammoha, then his delusion would have dropped. Tad tada vayam tyaktva, so he would have then given up both Purusha and Prakriti, I and mine. Uda aste. Uda means above, what we call udasin. Udasin appears to be indifferent, but the actual meaning is sitting above. Udasi. So he would have gone beyond Tadvayam. So he would have gone beyond both of them being freed from delusion if he had found pleasure, become attached to both Purusha and Prakriti. If you would have found pleasure in something beyond both Purusha and Prakriti, and that is his own nature, his own Mahima. No, what is his own glory? This world is explained in Chandogya Upanishad. Beyond this is beyond this, beyond everything is his real nature. Narada, Sanat Kumar, that what is the support of that beyond everything? Narada thinks that something which is beyond There has to be an experiencer of that. But then it is not beyond. It is I and mine. So Sanat Kumar replies, it is not like king's glory in his kingdom. Not at all like that. He himself is everything. He himself is the creator. He himself is beyond. He himself is everything. That is his Mahima. His glory consists of his own form, not like king and his kingdom. So don't think a division between subject and object when we talk of his own glory. That is his own glory. Here it is explained as beyond Purusha and Prakriti is his own glory. So without a subject-object split, I and my property, this is man's glory. My wife, my property, my house, my son. But God's glory is not like that. Because he himself is all appearance, he himself is beyond. That is his glory. That he appears as everything without becoming anything, that is his glory. So that glory is beyond a subject-object split, beyond he and his creation world, no like that. His creation is never different from him. He is different from his creation because he is beyond. But creation has no existence other than him. That is his glory. Then he further explains, if you see something other than you, it is very small, finite. When there is nothing other than you, don't see anything other than you don't feel, you don't experience anything other than you, that is infinite. That is his glory. So the implication is that don't think that to realize your real nature or Brahman, you require an eye to see it. So implication is that Aham Brahmasmi is never final because you are there. So Aham Brahmasmi is not necessary in the final realization. There is no I, there is no Brahman, that is final realization. So the only explanation of final realization, neti neti iti adesha. So that very thing in the language of Bhakti, Bhagavata is describing like this, that had he found pleasure in his own glory, which is beyond Purusha and Prakriti, then he would have gone beyond delusion and beyond this I and my. That is the explanation. So all answers will be like that only, because the real nature is like that. Whatever we see, feel, do, sadhana, everything is in Maya. To go beyond Maya, this type of thinking is necessary. If we would have run like that, then this would happen. This language comes like that. Now this requires what? Purification of the mind. This impurity of I and my, subject and object, bhoga, is in mind. Oneself, you may say, according to Bhagavad, in you. So it has to be purified. So, Atma Tattva Vishuddhartham Yadaha Bhagavan Ritam. देखो rite or ritam are different things. Rite means without. Ritam means satyam.
Truth.
Bhagavan ritam brahmane darshayan rupam avyalika vrata drita. Hey, Rita has come. Rita is satyam.
Adritah. Adritah.
Vrata Rita.
Not Rita, Adrita.
Avelika Vrata Adrita. Okay. Adrita. Adrita comes from other. Now he tells what Bhagwan told. To Brahma. We have not missed anything here, no? No. Now, syntax will be like that, huh? Avyalika Vrata Adruta Brahmane. Avyalika means without any deceit, nishkapat. Vrata, tapasya. Adrita, accepted. Given respect to, accepted is Adrita. So because Brahma had taken up Vrata, tapasya, without any deceit, real tapasya, avyalika, vrata, adruta, he had accepted. So, Bhagwan wanted to show himself, darshayan rupam. Bhagwan wanted to show his own form to Brahma. Because Brahma had undertaken without any deceit, tapasya, and Bhagwan was pleased on that. So Bhagwan wanted to show his own real form to Brahma. So what he did? He gave him something to purify himself. Because he wanted to show himself, you cannot see him unless your mind is pure. So Bhagwan told him something true for his own purification because he wanted to show to him his own nature, because he was pleased on him because of his tapasya. Brahma wants to see God's real nature. Brahma is doing tapasya without any deceit, real tapasya. He has accepted that. So Bhagwan is pleased. And Bhagwan knows that he cannot see me unless his mind is pure. So he teaches him something true for the sake of his self-purification. So what he told, that we shall find in the next sloka. Yad aha ritam. Bhagwan told something true. Atma tattva vishuddhartham, for the sake of his Brahma's purification of his mind. Atma tattva means his personality. Atma tattva means what he really is. That is actually his mind. And that for that purification, Bhagwan told him something true because he was pleased on him, because he was doing. So he undertook tapasya first of all, Brahma. All this is how God gets connected to his form. Jiva gets connected because Bhagwan's Maya. And God gets connected with his own form. So are they not same? That was the question. So here it is told not at all. Bhagwan's own Maya. That is how it will come. So Brahma wants to know the real nature of God. So God gives him means to purify himself through something true. Bhagwan told him Ritam, true. For purification of his own self. Brahma said. Because he was pleased on Brahma's tapasya. Now, Brahma is praised here. Sa Adi Devo Jagatam Paro Guru. All this is Brahma. Swadishnyam Astaya Sisrukshaya Ikshata Tam Nadigachat Drisham Atra Sammatam Prapancha Nirmana Vidir Yaya Bhavet. So Brahma is Adideva, first God. He is the supreme guru of the whole world. He wanted to create the world. Sisrukshaya. So he sat on his own seat. Swadishnyam Asthaya. Sitting on his own seat. Aikshata means thought, saw. Due to his desire to create. Sisrukshaya Aikshata. With the desire to create, he saw or he thought, sitting on his own seat, though he is the supreme guru of the world and first among God, tam drisham na abhagachat. That vision, drisham, that vision, that drishti, na abhagachat. He could not get that drishti, though he himself sitting on his own seat with the desire of creation was thinking and thinking and thinking, but he could not get that vision. Sammatam drisham. Sammatam means right. Right knowledge yukta, that vision. That inner light, that inner knowledge he could not get, though he was doing tapasya sitting on his own place. What Sammatam drisham he wanted? Yaya prapancha nirmana vidir bhavet. That vision by which he could know the process of the creation of the world. Vidhi means process, nirmana vidhi means process of constructing the world, prapancha. Prapancha means manifold world, nirmana, to create, vidhi, the method, yaya bhavet, by which he would get that sammatam drisham na adhyagachat. He could not get that inner vision by which he would have known the method of creating this manifold world.
Prapancha is Maya.
Prapancha is manifold. Mandukya world is prapancha upashamam, when manifold gets dissolved. So prapancha, you call it Maya or whatever you call. Prapancha means manifold world. Not Maya. Prapancha means this manifold world. He wanted to create. He had desire to create this manifold world. But for that he requires some inner vision which would show him the method of that. And that inner vision he was not getting at all, though he was doing tapasya sitting on his own seat. Sachintayan dvaksharam ekadambasi upashrinod dvirgaditam vacho vibhu स्पर्शेषु यत् षोडशम् एकविंशम् निष्किञ्चनानां नृपयद्गणं धनं विदु. He was thinking, though he is the Lord, Vibhu, he is Brahma here. So from water, Ambasi, Upashruno, heard. Shrunot is heard, Upashrunot is heard only. He heard. Dvirgadisam, twice same sound he heard. So he could not get that, but he went on doing tapasya. And from the water near him, he got some sound twice. Vacho, sound, Dirgaditam, told twice. Upashrunot, heard. Ambasi, from water. Ekam aksharam. Sachintayan Dvaksharam Ekada. Ekada. He thought of two letters once. Ekada means once. Ambasi, from water. Upashrunot, he heard. Dvirgaditam, told twice. Vacho, Vani, Vibhu, Lord Brahma himself, while thinking, two letters once he heard. A word consisting of two letters told twice. Dvaksharam, Dvirgaditam, Vacho Vibhu. Dvaksharam, two letters, a word consisting of two letters, twice he heard from the water near him.
Ekada, then once he heard.
Once upon a time, as we said.
Once upon a time.
But that sound twice he heard. Now, what is that sound? Sanskrit has a fixed method of counting its vowels and swaras. So, in those terms, the letters are being told. Sparsheshu yat shodasha, shodasham ekavinsham. What is sparsheshu?
By touch. Touch.
When we speak, we touch somewhere, then the wording comes out. So, Sanskrit grammar is very definite, mathematics like. So, they are not touching. But touching. So, 5 groups are there which are called touching groups. Ka group, cha group, ta group, ta group, pa group. These are called touching sounds. In Bengali, it is very clear in the definition, though not understood. Oshtya, Dantya, there are the places where the touch happens.
All the Banjan Varna are touching. Banjan Varna are touching. No, Banjan Varna are touching. Swara Varna are non-touching. Swara Varna are non-touching.
Dantya means touching at the teeth.
Yes, no. Banjan Varna, Swara Varna. Banjan.
Swaras are not touching. Vyanjanas are defined all Vyanjana is not touching. Here, lava, sh, sh, sa, they are called whistling sounds. Sh, sh, sa is whistling sound. Here, lava is inside sound. Antastha. In Bengali, antastha jap. So that antastha means not touching, produced inside. So touching letters are 5 groups. Kanthya, Dantya, Oshtya, Talavya. What is 5th? Kanthya, Dantya, Oshtya, Talavya, Murdanya. Murdanya. So these are the 5 places where the sound is touched before coming out. Fixed mathematical definition in Sanskrit grammar. Now count 16th in the sparsha letters. So their karma is fixed. Ka, cha, ta, ta, pa. These are the 5 groups. Not as we like. This thing is no other language. A, B, Alif, Be, no connection. But in Sanskrit, there is a fixed order. Ka group, cha group, ta group, pa group. And every group has 5 letters. Ka, kha, ga, ga, ya. This had to be explained to Tamilians by breaking my head and their head. Tamil has in every group 2 letters. Only 2, not 5.
You say their mother language is not Sanskrit?
Not at all. Present Tamil language is a mixture of Sanskrit and Dravidian. But in the original Lipi, it's not language, the Lipi. In the Lipi, only 2 letters in each group. Ka and Nga. We ask them how other things come. In the position we understand. But in the position always it is not understood. They say if you start a word, then heart touch only comes, ko. But if it comes in between, then you pronounce it as soft, go. But in Sanskrit, some letters start with Gita. So they write Gita as ki tai. Ki tai is how they write Gita. Because there is no go.
In Tamil, there is no go.
Absolutely not. Ka is pronounced as ga when it comes between a word. That is their definition. There is no kha, there is no gha, ka and ga.
So they pronounce grammar as something else. Grammar. How they pronounce grammar?
Tadagham bhakti upagritam ashnami prayatatmana gha. A big Tamil Pandit was chanting this Gita shloka in Nagpur Ashram lecture. I still remember that. Ha is not there. So ha becomes ka or gha. Tadagham bhakti upagritam ashnami prayatatmana gha. Anyway. Now Bengali don't ask. Bengali don't ask. It is absolutely non-phonetical. Writing like Sanskrit, speaking like different. And there is no wo at all in Bengali.
There is, but it has become obsolete. There is.
There is no wo. Wo, boy, or abhay, that. Like that they made one sutra.
In Chandi or Gita, one is kati that
is they made something. Otherwise, how they write verb, they have to pronounce verb sometimes.
Yes, they can.
Yeah. That is how they write verb. My friend in class 1, Swami Dayananda, he used to write Su-ami. Anyway, we are not discussing that, but in Sanskrit, everything is fixed mathematically. So, sparsha letters, not any way you like. First ka varga, then cha varga, then ta, then ta, then pa. I'm talking like that. In grammar, more than then, like that they will say. So, 16th letter means ka varga 5 letters, cha varga 5 letters, ta varga 5 letters, 15 have gone. 16th is ta. Instead of saying ta, he is telling the 16th letter among these sparshas. And 21st. So ta varga 5 we add, it becomes 20. So pa becomes 21st. Ta and pa together, 2 letters here. Which were those two? 16th of the touch letters, 21st of the touch letters. Ta and pa. Sparsheshu yat shodasham ekavinsham.
Oh, 16th and 21st.
So what comes out of that? Tapa. And then he adds about tapa. Nishkinchananam nrupa yad danam vidu. Nrupa, O king. So sometimes Shuka talking to Parikshit interest. Because questions were Parikshita's question. So, which the wise people called as wealth. What? Tapa. Tapa came out, which is called by wise people as wealth. Yet dhanam vidu. Nishkinchananam. Those who do not have anything. Those who do not have anything, tapasya is called their wealth. Additional something has come about tapasya. O king, what is called wealth of the vidu, what is known as wealth of the nirdhana people. Wealth of those who don't have anything, which is known as their wealth, that tapa came out, consisting of 16th and 21st letters among the touch letters. Gol guma karke tapasya.
Yes, it's very subtle. It's very subtle.
And this tapa came out twice. So understood. He is not getting that wisdom. So God's indication came, you do tapasya.
Very interesting. All cannot explain this very well. 8 बज गए.
I want to read 2 more shlokas. Nisham mein tad vatru didrukshaya disho vilokya tad na anyad apashyamana swadishnamastaya vimrushya tadhitam tapasi upadishta iva adade mana. Nisham, that means he heard that tapa twice. Tad Vaktru Didiksha, he wanted to see who has spoken. Tad Vaktru, speaker of that, Didruksha, desire of seeing, Disho Vilokya, he saw in all directions. Tatra, there, na anyat apashyamana. Anyat apashyamana. So he did not see anybody other than him, seeing all directions. Then he thought, Vimrushya, Swadishna Mavastaya. Sitting on his own seat, he then thought that what has been taught to me, Upadishtam tadhitam tapasi. I have been taught useful for me tapasya. Eva mana adade. Then he put his mind in tapasya. Clear? So because here twice he wanted to see who has spoken, but seeing all around he could not see anybody. Then he remained sitting on his own seat and thought that what he has been told is for his benefit, and that is tapa. So he put his mind in tapasya. How much? Divyam sahasrabdam amoga darshano jita anilatma vijita ubhendriyaha atapyata sma akila lokatapanam tapas tapiyansa tapatam samahita. So for 1,000 God's years, God's mean not Supreme God, and Devata's years. Divya, 1,000 years. So how much is Divya year? 360 of our human years is counted as God's 1 year. Sahasrabda, 1,000 years. Divyam, divine 1,000 years. Which means 360,000 years, human years. Amoga Darshana, because Brahma is of unfailing vision. So sometimes he will get praise, sometimes he has to achieve. He controlled Anila. Anila means Vayu he controlled, means he did pranayam. Then Atma Vijito, Atma is mind. He conquered his mind.
Anila is
Anila means air.
Yeah.
Air means prana, means he did pranayama. Controlling air means controlled breath means pranayama. And Atma Vijito. Atma is mind, so he controlled his mind. Uvayendriya, all the organs of perception, organs of action, all both types of indriyas he conquered. So he wanted to do tapasya without any deceit. So he did like that. He controlled he did pranayama, he controlled his breath, he controlled his mind, he controlled both types of his indriyas, atapyata, and then he did tapasya. Sahasrabda Divyam for 360,000 years. Sma is only tense. Akhila loka tapanam. That tapasya would have illumined whole world. That tapasya would have illumined whole world. Tapa. Lokatapanam tapah atapyata. So he did tapasya, which would have lighted the whole world. He did tapyata. Tapiyam sa tapatam samahita. Tapiyamsam means among the people who do tapa. Tapasya sarvashreshta, tapasya is Brahma. So he, samahita is that Uvendriya samahita. Having controlled himself, tapatam tapiyamsa means among the tapasvi people, he is the best tapasvi. Such Brahma did tapasya for so many years, having controlled his pranayama, mind control, indriya control, samahita, he did like that. Okay. So then that wisdom may come to him. He was advised tapasya. So he understood that and did it. Om Janmadhyasya Swarte Savidnasarat Tene Brahmaridaya Adikavaye Muyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Vrisha Dhamna Sena Sada Nirasta Kuvakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.